What if I told you that the future of US government hiring now rests in the hands of a man who once launched a car into space? It's not a joke. Elon Musk, the controversial billionaire known for his erratic tweets and ambitious projects, has just been given unprecedented power over federal agencies. But here's the kicker. It all started with an impromptu Oval Office visit to talk about Dogecoin? In a move that has left political analysts and tech enthusiasts alike scratching their heads, President Trump signed an executive order granting Musk and his team control over federal hiring processes. This unexpected shift in power dynamics means that government agencies now need approval from Doge, not the cryptocurrency, but Musk's newly formed department, before making key hiring decisions. The Oval Office, a symbol of presidential power and American democracy, is no stranger to unexpected visitors. But on a crisp autumn morning, even seasoned White House staffers were taken aback by the sight that greeted them. Elon Musk, the tech billionaire known for his electric cars and space ventures, strolled into the hallowed room with an air of casual confidence that seemed at odds with the formal setting. What made the scene even more surreal was the presence of Musk's young son toddling alongside him. The child's wide-eyed wonder at the ornate surroundings provided a stark contrast to the serious faces of the Secret Service agents and presidential aides who scrambled to make sense of this unscheduled visit. As word spread through the West Wing, a mixture of curiosity and concern rippled through the staff. Some whispered about security protocols, while others speculated on the nature of Musk's impromptu meeting with the president. The press corps, always on high alert for unexpected developments, began to gather outside, their cameras and microphones at the ready. Inside the Oval Office, Musk's casual demeanor seemed to clash with the gravity of the room. He lounged in a chair, his son perched on his lap, as he engaged in animated conversation with the president. The leader of the free world, known for his meticulous adherence to protocol, appeared both amused and slightly bewildered by his guest's unorthodox approach. The decision to bring his child to such a high-level meeting was quintessential Musk. It was a move that simultaneously humanized him and underscored his disregard for traditional norms. Some saw it as a refreshing break from stuffy political theater, while others viewed it as a calculated attempt to soften his image and disarm potential critics. This unconventional approach aligned perfectly with Musk's carefully cultivated public persona. He has long positioned himself as an outsider, a disruptor who challenges the status quo in every arena he enters. By bringing his son to the White House, he was sending a clear message. He would approach government affairs with the same irreverence and innovation that had made him a titan in the tech world. However, the implications of a tech mogul having such informal access to the president raised eyebrows across Washington. Critics argued that it blurred the lines between Silicon Valley and the federal government, potentially giving Musk undue influence over policy decisions. Supporters countered that his fresh perspective was exactly what was needed to shake up an outdated system. As speculation about the purpose of Musk's visit reached a fever pitch, rumors began to circulate. Was he there to discuss a new government contract for SpaceX? Had he convinced the president to invest in a nationwide network of Tesla charging stations? Or was this simply a publicity stunt designed to boost his company's stock prices? The truth, when it finally emerged, was more surprising than anyone had anticipated. Musk was there to discuss Doge, but not the cryptocurrency that had become a meme-fueled sensation. Instead, he was unveiling plans for a new Department of Government Efficiency, an initiative that promised to revolutionize federal operations. This revelation sent shockwaves through the political establishment. The idea of a tech entrepreneur being given carte blanche to overhaul government processes was met with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Proponents hailed it as a long-overdue modernization of bureaucratic systems, while skeptics warned of potential conflicts of interest and the dangers of applying Silicon Valley's move fast and break things ethos to critical government functions. What exactly does it mean for a private citizen to have control over federal hiring? The Department of Government Efficiency's unprecedented powers were about to reshape Washington in ways few could predict. The concept of Doge, at its core, represents a bold attempt to inject Silicon Valley's efficiency-driven mindset into the often slow-moving gears of government bureaucracy. Its stated purpose is to streamline federal operations, particularly in the realm of hiring and personnel management. However, the implications of this initiative stretch far beyond simple process improvements. What sets Doge apart is the extraordinary level of authority granted to a private individual. Elon Musk, a figure known for disrupting industries and challenging norms, now finds himself in a position to directly influence the composition of the federal workforce. This marks a significant departure from traditional government structures where such power typically resides within established agencies and is subject to extensive oversight. Proponents of Doge argue that this fresh approach could bring much-needed innovation to government operations. The tech industry's emphasis on rapid iteration, data-driven decision-making, and cutting-edge technologies could potentially transform how federal agencies recruit, assess, and onboard talent. In theory, this could lead to a more agile and responsive government, better equipped to tackle 21st-century challenges. However, the unprecedented nature of this arrangement has raised serious concerns among critics. Chief among these is the potential for conflicts of interest. Musk's vast business empire, which includes companies like SpaceX and Tesla, regularly interacts with various government agencies through contracts, regulations, and oversight. The fear is that his new role could blur the lines between his private interests and public responsibilities, potentially compromising the integrity of federal hiring processes. The impact of Doge on existing federal agencies could be profound. Established departments may find themselves under pressure to adapt to new efficiency standards set by Musk's team. This could lead to significant changes in workforce composition and agency operations. While increased efficiency is generally seen as positive, there are concerns about how these changes might affect the institutional knowledge and specialized expertise that many agencies have cultivated over decades. It's worth noting that attempts to reform federal bureaucracy are not new. Previous administrations have launched various initiatives aimed at streamlining government operations and improving efficiency. However, these efforts have often faced significant challenges, yielding limited success. The entrenched nature of bureaucratic norms and resistance to change have historically proved formidable obstacles to sweeping reforms. As Doge prepares to flex its newfound authority, speculation abounds about the practical implications of its powers. Will federal agencies see a rapid influx of tech-savvy professionals? How will traditional civil service protections be balanced against the drive for efficiency? The answers to these questions could reshape the federal workforce for years to come. The influence of Musk's team on federal hiring decisions is expected to be substantial. Their approach is likely to emphasize a more streamlined, tech-driven process that contrasts sharply with traditional government hiring practices. This could mean faster hiring cycles, increased use of data analytics in candidate assessment, and potentially a shift in the types of skills and experiences valued in federal employees. However, this new approach also raises questions about how it will maintain the transparency and accountability that are hallmarks of government hiring processes. The federal government's hiring practices have evolved over time to ensure fairness, diversity, and merit-based selection. How Doge will incorporate these principles while pursuing its efficiency agenda remains to be seen. While Musk promises unparalleled transparency for Doge, a closer look reveals a paradox. How can an organization exempt from open records laws claim to be maximally transparent? This contradiction lies at the heart of the concerns surrounding Musk's new role in shaping federal hiring practices. Musk's bold statement about Doge's transparency stands in stark contrast to the realities of its legal status. He declared, "All of our actions are maximally transparent. In fact, I don't know of a case where an organization has been more transparent than the Doge organization." Yet the very structure of Doge exempts it from open records laws, raising immediate questions about how the public can verify such claims. This discrepancy becomes even more pronounced when we consider Musk's personal track record with transparency. His financial disclosures, which would typically provide insight into potential conflicts of interest, have been kept under wraps. This secrecy is particularly troubling given his newfound influence over federal operations. How can the public trust that decisions made by Doge are in the best interest of the government and not Musk's vast business empire? The tech mogul's history of public statements further complicates the picture. Musk has a habit of making sweeping proclamations that often lack accountability. He once admitted, Some of the things that I say will be incorrect and should be corrected. While this candor might be refreshing in some contexts, it raises serious concerns when applied to the realm of government efficiency and hiring practices. The federal government's operations require a level of precision and accountability that seems at odds with Musk's more casual approach to public communication. Moreover, the challenges of maintaining transparency in both the tech and government sectors are significant. Silicon Valley has long been criticized for its opaque practices, while government agencies face constant scrutiny over their transparency. Musk's attempt to bridge these two worlds with Doge creates a unique set of challenges. How will he balance the need for rapid innovation and efficiency with the government's obligation to maintain public trust through openness and accountability? The juxtaposition of Musk's informal style and the serious nature of federal oversight is particularly striking. His response to accusations of lack of accountability was surprisingly dismissive. Musk suggested that if conflicts arise, people would simply need to speak up. This approach seems woefully inadequate for ensuring true accountability in a government context, where formal checks and balances are crucial for maintaining public trust. Furthermore, Musk's business interests in companies like SpaceX and Tesla, which frequently interact with government agencies, create potential conflicts of interest that demand rigorous transparency. How will Doge handle situations where efficiency measures might benefit Musk's companies? The lack of clear mechanisms for addressing these conflicts is a glaring oversight in the current structure of Doge. The implications of this approach to transparency extend beyond Doge itself. If Musk's model of transparency becomes the new standard for government operations, it could fundamentally alter the relationship between the public and federal agencies. The risk is that instead of increased openness, we might see a shift towards a more corporate-style opacity, where claims of transparency are made without the necessary infrastructure to support them. As Doge begins its operations, these questions about transparency and accountability will likely intensify. Will Musk's promise of maximum transparency translate into concrete practices, or will it remain a lofty but unfulfilled claim? The success of Doge, and potentially the public's trust in government efficiency measures, hangs in the balance. As we consider the potential long-term impacts of Musk's involvement in federal bureaucracy, it's clear that this unprecedented shift could fundamentally alter how government operations are conducted. The prioritization of efficiency over traditional processes may lead to a more streamlined system, but at what cost? Questions arise about the balance between innovation and accountability in this new landscape. Will this tech-driven approach to governance truly serve the public interest, or will it primarily benefit those already in positions of power and influence? As viewers, it's crucial to stay informed and engaged as this situation unfolds. The repercussions of this merger between Silicon Valley's ethos and federal administration could reshape our understanding of democracy and governance for years to come.